Yeah. So onwards and upwards, the gents side of the bracket. Now we've got our British Olympian in Patrick Huston, shooting against Kieran Slater, also a British team member. Neither of these boys really been able to dedicate much time to the circuit this year.
Obviously, Patrick's been
Patrick
all
with
over the place.
Yeah, Patrick
So
with the Olympics. And Kieran also, in all fairness, he was on the Europeans team, and he was very, very close to making his own spot at the Olympics as well. So he's been very dedicated to that side of things as well. And like I say, which has opened the door up for a bit of a mixed bag in regards to archers making this final. And it also meant that, well, Kieran's qualified in second, and Patrick, although he is the Olympian, our sole male Olympian, he qualified seventh, like I say, which has teed up this tasty first round match. Arguably the two heavier weights in the top 8 here. One
Patrick
of them
also defending champion this year.
Patrick is, yeah.
So that is going to be that's going to be on his mind, I think.
However, one of these heavyweights will be going out.
Someone is going to bow out early. And unfortunately for both of these guys, that's just the way that the brackets will work this year.
Yeah.
Patrick's first shot. It's a low 9. Like we said, these first shots really are making sure your sight mark's in the right place.
Yeah.
Now, as far as I can recall about Kieran, you know when he's shooting well because he shoots very, very fast.
Yeah. I was shooting with Patrick yesterday, and Kieran was there for the morning, and he was shooting good.
Yeah.
But so was Patrick.
That's an ex-Patrick.
So, like I say, I think
Patrick and Kieran are going to be your favourites to win those binoculars for later on, because so far Kieran's only shot 10s.
Well, Kieran, one of them won't, to be fair, because they're only going to shoot one match, aren't they? But
yes, true.
I mean, that's the other interesting thing about. I mean, the loopholed precision prize for on the recurve side of things. It's going to be difficult because imagine you win all. A little zoom in there on the 10-10-8 from Kieran. I mean, it says 10-9-8 there, but Kieran, I'm going to say, has taken that first set. That top arrow looks convincingly in to me.
Now, while we've got a little bit of time, we can probably fly through what they've been doing recently. Obviously, Patrick, I forgot about that one. 3-time world champion.
Yeah.
Obviously won the cadet world championships in, that was China, 2013. He won the mixed team with Becky Martin.
Yeah.
And then he was the world field junior in the team there as well with a couple of the other British guys on the team.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's got the world record for the 70-metre distance of 3:48.
Junior world record.
Junior world record.
Yeah.
Marrakesh, he won gold. That was 2 years ago?
Yeah.
2014. He was the National Series champ 2015. And he was apparently the first non-Olympian at the time to win that title.
Very interesting.
Because that is true. So if you look before it, we are looking at
Larry, Allen, Simon.
Larry, Allen, Simon, yeah. Simon was a triple back-to-back winner.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
But Patrick is behind in this match.
Getting blown around a little bit. And that's an 8 left.
Yeah.
That's an 8. Trust us, it's an 8. See what I mean about Kieran shooting?
Nice.
Shoots fast, shoots well. You know, just looking at it now, Kieran looks like he's in the position to start running away with us a little bit.
Nice 10.
That's a good 10 from Patrick. He needed that.
Do you know what? I'm starting to think, I don't know how much it's affected the likes of Patrick and Amy in regards to setting up and practicing for the world field next week.
Yeah, that's true.
It may have taken a bit out of them in regards to shooting different faces and things like this.
That's the thing. A lot of these guys have got other things on their minds. Like I said, it's for those that shoot a lot at home, it's a completely different face in terms of size and colour.
9. So Kieran's got another opportunity here to take a set. Well,
10 times.
Take a point. Oh no, 8.
I know I said he shoots well when he shoots fast, but that was a little bit too quick.
Okay, all tied up. Yeah, what I was trying to explain there about the recurve side of things in regards to the Leupold Precision Prize.
Yeah.
So the Precision Prize is given out to the person who shoots the most 10s in each category. Now, if you win all of your matches 6-0,
That's the thing.
you're shooting a lot less arrows.
Most 9 arrows.
Yeah.
Or at least 9 arrows.
Well, you have 3 matches,
That's the thing, isn't it?
27 arrows, and that's that.
Yeah.
So, really, you want to sandbag a little bit.
Yeah. Draw it out as long as you can.
Just shoot 10, 10, 5, 10, 10, 5, 10, 10, 5, 10, 10, 10, and then...
If you've got the guts to do that,
Yeah.
big respect.
Yeah. But Patrick takes that set 27-26. Obviously, we saw Kieran, he had to come down on his second arrow, a bit unfortunate.
The thing is, when it comes to recurve, timing is hugely important. So if you've got to come down, that's really going to throw your sort of rhythm off a little bit.
Yeah.
And obviously, for Kieran having to come down, it doesn't leave him with a lot of time because these guys only get 20 seconds per shot.
Yep. On the other target, we've got Alex Smith and Ashe Morgan, and it's 2-2 in that match as well. So tight quarterfinal rounds.
Patrick has just thrown his bow into the sky there. Obviously, his dot dropped when he shot.
Didn't really help either.
That's an 8.
Kieran is not taking advantage of that. Not enough.
It's one of the worst things when you're holding nice in the 10 and your bow dips and it goes.
Yeah.
I think that's what our friends over in the States call a dip bang.
Oh,
that's another one. Just by looking at Patrick, I think he might have just caught his sleeve when he shot there. He just sort of pulled his sleeve out. And Kieran with a 9, that's all he needs. I mean, he's up by 3 in the set already.
There's an 8-star there for Kieran. It's an 8.
It's massive.
We're being very, very generous. It's just taking more time again.
That's an 8. He's
not
going to be impressed with that end.
I think he'd be happy to see the back of that match. Oh, that set.
So that's the 10. So Kieran is quite interesting. He just changed his sight then after he shot that.
Okay.
Couldn't tell you why, but
after the 10.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It was a left 10, so you got to try.
I tried to have a look to see what was happening in the other match. It looks like someone is taking the lead. I just need to figure out who's on which target.
Ashe is on 4 and
okay, so Ashe looks like he's taking the lead.
Okay.
And yeah, Ashe part of the setup as well.
Yeah. He's been there for a while now. He's always there or thereabouts. I mean, he would have finished up if I can find the rankings. Ashe was 6th overall in the rankings this year. I mean, he won in Surrey, which was stage 4 on the Sunday. He's shot well. I mean, yeah, Ashe has just shot well all year, really. I mean, he's had a very consistent season. He's had a few wins and, you know, he's done what he needed to. He's here.
Yeah.
So, I was saying about Patrick's achievements earlier. Kieran is no slouch.
Absolutely not.
I think his biggest one, probably the fact that he was obviously
silver medalist, surely, in Nottingham earlier in the year.
Yeah, silver medalist earlier in the year. 2011, he won a gold at the Europa Cup individually. I said that just everyone here today is a good shooter. That's how they got here. You know,
exactly.
You don't get here by being not on this level.
Solid enough 9.
He doesn't look like he's settled in, Patrick. He looks like, I don't know. He doesn't look comfortable. I've seen Patrick shoot when he's at his best, and he's just, I don't know. He looks a little bit off. His shot's taking a little bit long as well.
Okay. Nice 10.
That's a good shot. He needed that.
That was a bit quicker, wasn't it?
Yeah. Obviously, Kieran's borderline machine gun when he's shooting well.
Yeah. Patrick has the advantage, though, into the last hour of this set. Needs this.
This is going to go close. I think we might see a shoot off, or maybe.
And you know what?
The
other match looks fairly tight as well. I'll give you an update on that when the scores are updated. I don't want to call anything, but
I don't know. I don't want to say shoot off because it probably won't.
No, it's
good for an archer to be able to come and see their sponsors and sort of show what they're doing with their kit. Obviously, for quite a lot of these guys, their sponsors are here as well this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, Mybo, a heavy sponsor again.
Yeah.
He's shooting the Centroid stabilizers there from Mybo. In the other match, it's 5-3 3 to Ashe Morgan. That's a close. That's really close to the 10.
I think that's out.
Yeah.
That's in.
Patrick may need a little bit of luck with that line cut.
Oh!
Yeah.
Okay, Alex and Ashe in a shoot-off. Now then.
Alex has to
Thank you very much to those guys.
Yeah, the hours there.
Even better news for us, our coffee's just arrived.
Oi, oi. Heavyweight battle semi-final here. Any comments that we should address on the old feed there?
Not particularly.
Getting ignored. Brilliant.
Jamie's just passing on his congratulations to the archers that have got their way through so far.
Thank you, Jamie.
It's been rather active today on YouTube so far for Australia. Have we lost Patrick's fact sheet?
We know it fairly well, don't we?
Yeah. He's good.
What do we need to know?
Got all the girls' ones. Like we said, we are going to see Ashe and Patrick. So both of these guys, there it is.
Ashe has shot himself at 1300.
He has. 1302.
Fourth place, an unlucky fourth place mixed team.
Yeah.
Milk and sugar, please. Oh. Ashe at full draw, taking lead with an 8.
Yeah, looks a little weak on the back.
Yeah, he did a bit, didn't he? Didn't look like he was committing much to it.
Let's see if Patrick can...
Looking a little bit more solid. Yeah, good time.
Apart from his first little shaky couple of sets, it seems that Patrick has
found his
got
rhythm.
his act together a little bit. So
no, I agree. Those first 2 ends were dodgy.
Less than ideal.
Yeah. But he's wearing his lucky flat cap. You may have seen in the news and things, he wasn't allowed to wear that flat
cap gate.
Yes, flat cap gate. He wasn't allowed to wear that his lucky cap at the games because it wasn't official Adidas wears, basically. He was a little disappointed with that, but as a true professional, he got through it, and now
takes a set.
9 takes the first set.
Yeah, he's looking more confident now. Ooh, with that being said, well, Patrick.
Had an opportunity and threw it away. 10-9-8 in that order.
Both got very different styles, Ashe and Patrick. I've noticed that today. Ashe is quite a calculated, quite a slow shooter. Patrick's very powerful when he's shooting. It's very explosive.
Yeah, I was shooting with Patrick yesterday in Sutherland Hall. Again, he's preparing for the World Field Championships as well.
Yeah.
And we've got this thing, he was setting up a sight tape. I don't know if anyone saw his vlog about setting up a sight tape. It's well worth a watch. He knows what he's talking about. But anyway, the idea of getting a sight tape is you need a 20-meter mark and then a 60-meter mark. I watched him a 60 meters, a shot on an 80-centimeter face. And I saw him just put in 6.665, which is the same as a compounder shooting 10-10-10-9 at 60 meters though on an 80 face, which is incredible shooting.
Yeah.
Ashe starts with an 8 there.
That's a good job from Patrick.
Another 10.
I was saying about coaches earlier for these guys. Ashe has got Songi Wu, who is obviously one of our lead coaches at Archery GB for the recurves. It's a good nine. And Patrick has, I don't know if we're going to see her in a second. There's a young lady behind her, behind him, sorry, called Becky Chilcott. She's a barebow shooter that Patrick has been coaching recently. And in the past year that they've been working together, Becky has set 7 British records.
Wowza.
So clearly Patrick knows what he's talking about.
Clearly, yeah.
Good 10.
Good 10.
That's the thing. It comes down to what we said earlier about with Naomi and Christy. Some people like having a friend behind them. Some people like having an actual coach that can I think that's a 10.
Ooh, just clipped it. Yeah, so he can take that set.
Yeah.
Just by the skin of his teeth there.
I think he might have caught that. I don't know if I'm being generous, but I think he's just got hold of that. Obviously, Ashe with the X98. Yeah,
that's definitely in, isn't it?
Quarter shaft. 10-10-8 there for Patrick and 10-9-8 for Ashe. Obviously, Becky, the young lady in the white shirt with Patrick. Obviously, bare bow, a different style. It's not currently represented at the National Series properly.
Well, no, it's not.
It's basically what Patrick's holding minus
the
anything that's
sight,
bolted onto
minus
it.
the, yeah.
It's basically just a bow, and that's it.
I was a young little bare bow once, back in the day. I think I still hold a couple of national records as a bare bow.
Like I said, it's not a category that's massively represented as such in the National Series at the moment. It's maybe something in the future that they might look into, but
Maybe.
for now, obviously, the recurve of the compound.
I think the problem is that not enough bare bows shoot target, you know.
That's the thing, isn't it? They're all field archers. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with that, but you don't see them at target enough.
You can shoot for Great Britain as a bare
Of course
bow.
you can.
That's the beauty of it, but you don't see enough bare bows shooting national series. And
obviously, for anyone who's aware, if you go to the field champs, you have to take a bare bow team because the teams at field champs aren't just the same category. You need a recurve, a compounder, and a bare bow shooter.
Exactly, yeah.
So you need one of each. Obviously, you find a lot more bare bows going for field for that reason.
Mm-hmm. Ashe opens up with a solid 10.
Patrick with a 9. That's a completely flat line across that target.
Yeah.
He's a little bit left and right at the minute.
That's all you can say about it, really, isn't it? I mean, his height must be a centimetre.
Yeah, if that.
In difference.
Let's see if he can break that line. So he's looking more confident than he was first match as well.
Yeah, agreed.
Seeing that line again.
Seeing that line again. Just
looking a lot more settled. I think that's probably the best way to put it.
That's really impressive shooting from Patrick, but he's losing this set.
If Ashe shoots a 10, Patrick's given a set away, basically. That's a 9. So, I mean, at worst, Ashe is going to tie this set.
Yep.
Just unfortunately means it'll be 4-2, which means that Patrick can win it in the next one. That's assuming that we get a 10 out of this.
Yeah.
Which, of course, we do.
Pretty much dead centre.
A little
bit lower than the rest of his arrows, but...
He's breaking trend with that one. But, at the end of the day, like I said, bottom line business, 28-28. Patrick takes a 4-2 lead.
He is one set win away from winning this match.
There you go, Becky Chilcott getting a shout out there. Getting his arrows back. And then we're going to get ourselves ready for this next set. Of course, as we just heard Dave on the field saying, Patrick's other coach is Richard Priestman, who is in his own right an incredibly successful archer.
Oh, yeah.
Ex-Olympian for GB, and now he devotes his time to coaching the future of our Olympic team.
There's quite a few Olympics as well, I believe.
Yeah, it was definitely more than one. It was a fair amount.
Yeah. Ashe taking the lead again. Probably considers himself slightly unlucky not to get anything out of that last set. Or, well, a point out of it.
Point. That's the thing, though, Enrique. I mean, at 28-29, you're normally thinking, yeah, I've got that.
Yeah. I mean, his face is looking good.
Yeah. It's a clean target face. Patrick's is just that flat line still.
Yeah.
And again.
It's got that one arrow below the X line, per se, and it was just that, and it was that X.
Like I said, they're very different styles of shooter. I mean, Ashe is very traditional recurve. Patrick's a little bit more flamboyant, if you like.
Okay. He's a flamboyant person as well.
It's a very explosive a shot.
Bit long, that one. No,
That's an X.
Right in there. Good shooting.
Now, this puts Ashe in a bit of a situation. He really needs a 10. It's a little... Oh, that's just low. Patrick here with a 9.
It's won the match.
Puts him in the gold match, which is where Obviously
Looks good. 9.
That's a
Fair
9.
enough.
So Patrick Huston is going for gold. So Patrick's going to go in there. Patrick Huston.
Will we see 2 title retentions on the men's side? Compound and recurve. Neil, obviously, earlier on, winning the compound,
Yep.
retaining his title from last year, and
Well,
Patrick's
on the way.
going for gold.
And we are coming up to our last match of the day. It is Patrick Huston taking on Michael Judd for the gold medal.
It's been a long day, and it's ending here now. I think this will end a pretty good year for Patrick on the old target scene as well. Yeah. Obviously, representing Great Britain at his first ever Olympics in Rio. Shot very well. Probably wanted a little bit more of it, but such is life. Michael, yeah. Can he beat Patrick?
On current form, I think Patrick on that last match is just shooting a little bit too well at the minute.
Yeah.
I said Patrick had a really good last match. I mean, Michael, like we said, it's just that starting end for Michael.
Yeah, Michael's going to have some wild shots, but he's also going to have some very solid ends. You could. I mean, he's going to shoot.
In the same match, we had what, a 24 and a 30 from Michael.
And as long as
it's a little bit up and down.
As long as he can take some points off Patrick in his good ends, when he shoots those 30s or his 29s, as long as he can take a couple of points, he can push him. And not allow his 24s or 26s or whatever to affect him too much, except that you're going to lose that set. But really make sure that you take advantage.
Like I said, mentally he's a fairly tough competitor. He's got a really good head game, Michael. Good. And that's just at the bottom of the 10 and the 9.
Solid enough.
Let's see what Patrick can do here.
Don't know how good 9s are when Patrick's shooting like he is.
It's enough at a minute.
Yeah. So far.
After 1 hour. One shot, it's enough. Okay, it's a little bit of movement there from Michael. That's more than I'd like to see.
Needs to be a bit more solid, doesn't he?
That's
10 though. Like I don't know anything about recurve.
No, for most recurvers that would have been disastrous.
Yeah.
But for Michael, you can get away with that.
Patrick does look solid.
That's a 9.
Michael
could.
I'm mixing up between Michael Judd and Mark Rudd.
Got 8. Just out. He's not going to want that.
Patrick can now take this with a 10.
Shot look good. It's an X. So Patrick takes that first set. That's going to be 2 set points to nothing.
How easily a set can swing. I mean, Michael looked far more set and ready and settled into that match.
Yeah.
After 2 arrows, a little stray and into the 8, and Patrick finding his form and shooting a 10, and that's it. End of set. Patrick takes it. Patrick's a mere 4 points away now from regaining his title, or retaining, sorry.
See, then the coaches, once again, like we said, just trying to keep the guys sort of away from thinking about their shooting too much. Obviously, behind Patrick, we've got Becky, who's one of his prodigies, if you like.
I think Patrick's just dancing along to Limp
Bizkit
there.
Then behind Michael, we have Andrew Smith of Paris Archery. It's one of the archery shops down south for us.
Excusez-moi.
Let's see now. Michael's going to start off. Let's see if he can lay some pressure down early. After that first set, he's really going to want to. Shot looked good. 9 just out.
Felt like it took its time to get to the target there. I was like, where's it gone?
A bit of
Where's
hang
it gone?
time, wasn't it? Patrick now. Shot looked good. That's a 9 just out as well.
Just out, yeah.
It's a game of millimetres, archery, certainly.
It is indeed.
Let's see what Michael can do with this one. Ooh, a little bit. That's a 10.
That's what you said in his last match, is that when he is slow, they do tend to just drop into the 10, don't they?
I shoot with him at club when he's there, and that is a typical Michael Judd shot.
And this set seems to go in exactly the same way as the last one. But Michael...
I mean, a 9 here, guaranteed at least a point.
He needs to shoot a 10 now, doesn't he?
Yeah. I think
he has.
There you go.
And we're a bit slow on the old spotting, I guess. But no, he has shot a 10. He has taken the set. So that's 2-all. And fairly solid shooting from both. I mean...
27, 29, you know.
Yeah.
27, like I said, that's a score that would normally do you pretty well.
Yeah.
29 to Michael, so that would be 2-2. Could this go to the wire? Or are we going to have another relative a relative upset here again?
Yeah. A relative upset, potentially indeed.
We could be on course for it.
I think Patrick would be bitterly disappointed if he doesn't win this. I think he needs a bit of a confidence boost as well. I think he was really disappointed with how he ended up in Rio, and winning this will give him a bit of a boost going into next week as well. Shooting as a junior next week. It's probably, how old is he now? It's probably his last year now, is it?
I think it's got to be his last year, surely.
So, like I say, he's just going to go out there.
Bow out in style, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, he didn't shoot great in the European Champs last year, but it's a different year now. He's full of beaming with confidence after being able to call himself an Olympian, and that will help him to no end next week. Not just because he'll be shooting against people that'll know he's an Olympian.
It's always good if you can get in your opponent's head.
Yeah.
It's half the battle.
Yeah. But back to today, Michael has an opportunity to beat an Olympian, and that'll be a good notch on his belt, I guess.
If he keeps shooting like that, he's going to be in pretty good stead. Unless Patrick
does that.
That's a good X.
Yeah. Patrick hasn't missed the gold yet, has he? 50?
I don't think so.
No, it's good shooting.
Michael, on the other hand,
is liable for a cheeky... he started every single set like that, a 9 and then a 10.
Yeah. And then it's just that last shot. But Patrick's
10
doing
from
that.
Patrick, great shooting.
What can you do when your opponent's doing that to you?
Patrick, no matter what, will have an opportunity to take this to 4-2. But he will have to shoot a 10
That's
for
an excellent
that.
shot. That's 29 is an excellent end. But if Patrick shoots a 30, you're going to feel a little bit disappointed.
Yeah. Taking his time.
That's a slow shot.
He's going to have to carry on shooting it. Strong
That's just slow.
Do you know what? I think
That's not a bad effort.
He'd be happy to get away with that, I think.
I think that's the kind of shot that you let go of and you think, oh, that's going anywhere. Oh, it's low 9. So
3-all after 3 sets.
That's the thing. 29 points in most matches would give
be
you 2
enough
set
for
points.
anything, yeah.
But Patrick and Michael were really slugging this one out.
I mean, what did Patrick shoot? He shot 28, 27, 29.
Yeah.
As good as Ashe Morgan, really, wasn't it?
It
1,
is,
2,
yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6 points. Is that 6? That's 6 points down, isn't
6,
it?
yeah.
Ash was 4 points.
It was 4 total. But
4
that
total,
that was obviously the 3 sets as well.
Yeah.
Okay, like we said, confirmed now. 3 set points per archer coming into this 4th and what could be fairly pivotal set. Obviously, the person that wins this is going to be in a very good place to win the whole thing. And we really are getting to the crux of this tournament now. This is what a year's shooting has led up to.
Yep.
These last 6 arrows, potentially. Maybe
it's crazy when it comes down to that, isn't it? All can be won or lost in 6 arrows here for Michael and Patrick.
Is Michael going to start in that typical fashion of that 9 on the 10 afterwards?
I bet he shoots a 9, then I bet he shoots a 10.
Do you reckon? Oh,
No,
trend.
it's changed the trend. Here we go. Pressure on Patrick.
With Michael, this is not the same Archer that we saw in that first match today.
No, Patrick just
relentless.
Well, Michael just seems to put him under pressure, and then Patrick just seems to outdo him. You know, Michael will shoot a 10, and then Patrick will shoot a better one.
Ooh, that's not going to help his goals, is it?
I mean, this is the thing. We know Michael's liable for stuff like this, and Patrick's the type of guy who can really take advantage of it, and he has. Inside out 10. He can take this to 5-3 now, Patrick.
That's going to be huge if he can do that.
Michael needs to put as much pressure on him as possible. Yeah, a 10.
A 9's not going to be enough.
A 10 may not be either.
No, that's an 8. 26 points there for Michael. That's
7.
Not what he was looking for.
No, 7 to take the set for Patrick.
After 2 10s, I don't think we're going to see a 7.
No.
It's a long hold though. Shot looks okay.
Ooh,
that's an 8.
Great.
That's his first one outside the gold.
Yeah.
So 28-26, and Patrick takes this to 5-3.
Michael has to win the next set.
Yeah.
To force a shoot off. Anything less than a win won't be good enough. Patrick looking a lot more relaxed now. Just, I think he's brought his Prodigy in just there, just to, I don't know, give him a bit of a confidence boost, show off a little bit
of, yeah, you know, sort of show this is what your coach can do.
Yeah.
To be fair, everyone knows the sort of caliber of Patrick's shooting at the moment. So,
Michael, more so than the rest of us right now, needs to start well.
If he can lay down a 10 here, that's really going to help his cause. I mean, he's got to win this set. He can't tie. He needs to win.
He needs 28, 29.
And even that might not be enough.
No, and that's the thing.
29 would be hopeful.
Good 10.
That's a good start.
Good start. Really good start.
So 29, and I think he might just get this.
Every time Michael shot a 10, Patrick has always seemed to shoot a better one.
No, it's a 10.
It's a 10, but it's worse. If we're being picky.
If we're being really honest.
Yeah. Going down to the last 2 hours now. Michael needs to maintain this pressure. Oh, it's an 8.
He's not going to be happy with that.
It's not going to be good enough. I can't even see Patrick dropping 2 points in these 2 hours.
Nah. Good shot.
Yeah,
good 10.
It's a 10. There you go.
Like we said, a whole season's work comes down to essentially one shot here for Patrick at the end of this end. Because no matter what Michael does,
8.
I mean, a 7 to win.
7 to win the tournament, retain your title, and, well, you know what, at 10, he's probably looking really good for the Loophole.
Yeah.
Precision prize.
That's
fantastic. 10, 10, 10.
10, 10, 10 to finish.
Patrick Huston show today, guys.
Patrick.
Fantastic shooting from him. Fair play.
7-3 with a 10, 10, 10 to finish.
Good match. Good match.
And that, guys, is all she wrote.
Patrick holds his bow aloft, showing off his Hoyt. Yeah, fantastic shooting. Gold medal for Patrick. It's been a long season for him, long year with the Olympics and everything, and that's just topped it off, which is fantastic for him. Please join us for the medal ceremony. We'll be showing that as well, and hold out or make sure you check the interweb, Twitter and Facebook and things for interviews by Sophie